Right. Is that okay with everyone here? You won't beat you unless you really want to. Morning. Pretty big deal to make it here. And it's not bad outside. It's just kind of cloudy. But um, I'm trying to get myself to walk the dogs in the morning because my husband will do it too. But and there are like more benefits than we realized, just like feeding this guy in the morning and on top of the benefits of walking. But man, since COVID, it's been so much easier to be lazy and just stay home. So you have to leave the house. Wondering if this yeah, you won't show up unless you really want it. Well, sitting tall, get into the breath, feeling the shoulders down, and if you have to sort of lift them up and bring them down a couple times, can be really good. Maybe leaning back a little bit and then leaning forward and then finding some kind of center place. But yeah, feel free to move intuitively as we're coming into the breath. Expanding the lungs and big inhales. And if you remember during this class or any time during the day, I've been reading this book, Breath, where they talk about where it is really important to be breathing at least in our nose as much as we can, even if we sigh out the mouth sometimes. But making the exhales just a few times a day, just so long that you almost feel like you're dying because you're not breathing, to really press all of that air out. Here in our practice can be a great place to take the time as we're paying attention to the breath to really exhale. Try like counting to 10 even as you're exhaling. And checking in on how you feel, how your day has started, your week has started, and every chance is really a chance to start over. I have a poem from Susan Coolidge called New Every Morning, that every day is a fresh beginning. Listen, my soul, to the glad refrain. And despite of old sorrows and older sinning, troubles forecasted and possible pain, take heart with the day and begin again. And then as we're sitting, feel free to lean the head over one way for a nice neck stretch. You can stay static. You can press the opposite fingertips into the floor by your side and or tilt the chin down toward the shoulder and up toward the ceiling. Relaxing our brows and jaws. And breathing deeply. And then if you'd like to keep there, stay somewhere, or take a couple of circles around, stopping anywhere. One of these neck muscles, the scalenes, sort of fibrous muscles that come down from the skull over to the shoulders and attaching us all around here are good at getting tense, good at building up fascia, which is supportive to a point. And now take a seated forward fold. When you're ready, just walking the hands out, keeping the low back long, and feel free to relax the head, putting it into your hands or onto a block or the floor. Continuing to let that breath be long and deep. And come back up to a seat. Place the hands behind you and the feet down. And then let the knees go over to the left as you sort of puff up your chest and look over to the right. And then switch a couple times. Maybe the outer leg stretch, opening in the chest. Switch. All right, and then switch the cross of your legs to stretch our heads in the other direction. Stay there, pressing fingertips or let the chin tilt down and up. None of our stiffness is isolated, it's always connected to something else along the way. So neck, shoulder, arm, maybe even wrists and fingers. Tightness around along that line. And of course, feel free to keep on wiggling around there or take some circles in the opposite direction. And when we've circled enough, take a seated forward fold. With this toss of the legs, which might feel different. Nice. And then we'll come on up to a seat, coming into tabletop. Do some wrist stretches. If you prefer not to be on your hands for wrist stretches, you can just roll them seated, even keeping them together through the roll, which can feel nice, especially rolling the backs together. How the wrist feel today, it can be so temperamental. Moving fingers forward and maybe one at a time or both up to the side, swinging or circling, or even fingers facing back toward you with care. And stay here as long as you would like. Another option is putting palms up, fingers toward each other or toward you, rolling out to the back. Once you are finished with your wrist stretches, go ahead and take that power. You're welcome to take it with fingers pointing back toward you or the usual way, fingers facing forward. And of course, always switch back if working out for you? All right, couple more breaths there. And when you're ready, we'll take the right foot out to the right. Um, and just come up right for a moment, taking a side angle, kneeling side angle. So your elbow can stay on, or if you want to grab a block, place it near your foot and reach a little longer. Just feeling out where the arm feels good, maybe wiggling it around a bit there, turning the head down and up. Also hold your head if it's feeling heavy on your neck. And breathe there. Just gonna lock us in. On the upright, and we'll straighten the leg out to the side. Bringing the hands down to just wiggle the hips forward and back. And if it's too much, you can also just take anything else. Another option, wiggle to bend the knee and sort of go in some circles with the hip or with the torso. Anything that feel good, swaying. Take some thread the needle twist for you. Left arm up to the sky, and then thread it through to a hover in the same direction as the straight leg. Yeah. Inhale and back up, and exhale back down. And then last time, if it feels too weird with your leg out, just bring in yourself back to kneeling. And then stay here or adjust the arms as we usually do, maybe overhead or wrapping around the back. Relaxing our jaws and our brows, maybe pressing a little into the foot. See if that helps us twist a little more. Planting your hand next to your face as we come down. If you'd like a transition cat cow, feel free to take it. And then we'll take the other side, slip down, coming into this kneeling side angle. So elbow on the side, we reach over, or you can reach for the floor. Yeah, great use of props. Wiggle the arm a little bit, maybe looking up and down. Right, and then coming up, we'll clamp the hands and straighten that leg to the side, bringing the hips down and up. Get the leg moving in our hip socket. And then feel free to improvise, bending into the leg, swaying, wiggling, taking any movement, twisting, which feel good. And then when you're ready from there, planting the hands back down, the right arm comes up on an inhale, And threading over toward the left as you exhale. 2 more times, inhaling up and threading. This last time, we'll stay down. Shoulder the side of the head, belly, put in just a little arm wherever you like it, overhead long, or wrapping, or staying right by your face if that feels better. Yeah, nice long breaths. When you're ready, unwind, coming back maybe for a last kind of a wiggle at tabletop before heading into down dog. Your pedal sway wiggle, anything your body is asking you for. I've learned that we can be more flexible in perimenopause, and so our tendons and ligaments can just be more sort of elastic, which we know can be a good thing, but we're not supporting the strength or we're not used to it. It can be a space for injury, so it's especially important as we're getting older to really pay attention to when our body decides to do something it doesn't usually do. Yeah. Then we'll take a few quarter planks to come forward and into plank, and then we're just going to be alternating the knee into the chest. Try to keep the hips steady. Really grip into the floor, belly strong. You can also do this on your knees if you prefer. You're still getting some good core by bringing the knees into the chest from kneeling. Good. I'm going to take 2 more on each side. Take a Vinyasa. Exhale to the lower elbows back, knees can be down. Put the shoulders down as we open forward. Releasing the glutes, releasing the back. And then heading back to down dog when you're ready. Next inhale, right leg comes to the side, hips stay level. Exhale, stepping between our hands, we're going to lower the back knee and just press up into a low lunge, pressing the knee away as we open the chest and lengthen the back. And then release the arms up. On your exhale, practice the arms, maybe sink a little deeper. Inhale, reach up. Maybe a little bit of a back bend as you practice. And one more time, reaching up, opening into cactus. Nice. And then reach up, interlace the hands, and flip the palms forward, press forward, let the belly tuck in and the head forward, just like cat pose. And this might just turn on someplace you don't expect. All right. And we'll release there. Plant the left hand and reach the right up to the sky for a twist. See there, take your arm in big circles. And then take the opposite direction. And then we'll make our way back to down dog. As you plant the hands, feel free to take a couple of push-ups on your feet or on your knees. Or no, so you can also try hovering in plank for your breath or low plank. Nice. Inhale your cobra or up dog. And back to down dog. And then we'll wiggle side. And pressing evenly into the base of the thumb and pointer finger, evenly into the balls of the feet. Shoulders supporting just by squeezing gently on the back. And next inhale, left leg to the sky. And knee to chest between the hands, lower the back knee. First, just coming up to sort of place the hands there on the stomach, open the heart. Inhale the arms, stimulate crescent. Exhale, bend the elbows out. Maybe think, inhale up. Really strong, open the chest. Good. Inhale up. Good. And then bending back down. Reaching up. Try to interlace your hands the awkward way. And then push forward. Pulling in as we press. And then the right hand comes down, left to the side, pulling in to support the twist. Stay there, take big circles with your arm. And then switch direction. And as we head back to down dog, feel free again to take a couple of push-ups here, or to hold your chaturanga. Always fine to go back to the knees, even if sometimes you're on the toes. Back to down dog. We're just going to ripple forward, just plank a couple times. So inhaling forward, plank and flatten your back. Exhale, bend the knees, stick the tail out as you go back to the down. Inhale forward, a little push up. All the chest, exhale, bend the knees. Just go back, and then one more time. Caving in the chest, back is rounded, and then bend the knees, opening the heart. You can stay here for another breath or step or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Knees bent or straight, shake your head yes or no. And you can keep the arms down or interlace behind your back to open the shoulders. The hands toward the front of the room. Or any other arm version that would feel good here. Hands behind the head. Fluttering our lips maybe. And then when you're ready, inhale to a fourth back, let arms go. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, arms to cactus. Inhale, reach back up. And arms to heart and center or by your side. Take a breath. Grounding, starting our practice over. All right, we'll take a sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold, long back. Inhale, flat. Open the heart a lot. And then as you exhale, you can head back to down dog. Take it through, maybe a couple of extra push-ups here. Another way to add some arms into your vinyasa is to lower the chest all the way down and then to press and one piece up and back to down dog. Nice. All right, we're going to inhale the right leg to the sky and step between the hands, coming up to crescent lunge. And then just leaning forward with the chest. We're going to stay chest at this angle. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, arms come down by your side, galloping horse. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And then staying here, have the palms face each other and just squeeze them toward each other a few times in the back. And then flip the palms up toward the ceiling and squeeze them toward each other again. Nice. Coming back up to crescent. We'll briefly come into warrior 3. So maybe lifting slowly, hips level. But yeah, hold on to the floor. Any arm pose that would work for you. Nice. And then we can lean that back. In your crescent lunge, we'll take a twist to the right, getting long in the waist. As the left elbow comes over toward the right side, you can hook it or you can hover if you want to work your core muscles a bit more. And so just notice where you're able to twist using just your muscles. Right, we're going to look down at the foot and step forward to twisted chair. To the left foot meets the right. Once you get the hip and knees level, retwist. Nice, and then step the left foot right back to a revolve crescent lunge. And then take your vinyasa, unravel, give left leg a little break. Welcome to take extra push-ups, no pressure to do so. In your vinyasa. Pedal sway wiggle. Right, and then we'll head over to the other side. So left leg, inhale up and step between the hands. Reaching arms up tall for crescent lunge. And then we'll lean forward, inhaling long, toe to fingertips, and then exhale, arms come by our sides. Inhale, reach back up, using those biceps to pull the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Palms facing the center, squeeze 3 times towards center. And then palms facing the ceiling, squeeze 3 times. All right, back up into crescent as we move into warrior 3. Belly strong, gaze steady. Just working to the level. Nice as we breathe. Looking good. All right, gently lean back in the lunge, get long as we twist over to the left. Again, you can hook your elbow or you can hover it and really just use your core to keep you twisted. Nice engaged thigh in the back leg, even if it's bent. Just really using that strength to hold us steady, and then we'll peek down to step forward to twisted chair. Knees level as we recommit to the twist. Deep breath. And then we'll head back to our lunge. Stepping back. Nice. Once we land it, then take a vinyasa or skip it. Take transpose or a down dog. Next, inhale whenever you are back in down dog. We'll take the right leg back up. Exhale, stepping between the hands and up to warrior 2. Reaching long. Just for a couple breaths. Yeah. Fingers really shooting out energy and shoulders relaxed. Down, belly tucking. And then our triangle pose. How I describe my stance, you don't have to. Just tilt back as we get long in the waist. Try to stay right over the leg, even if it means we're not folding quite as far down. But yeah, belly and tail tucking in. Now come back up and take reverse triangle. Back arm on the leg, or it can wrap behind you. And then as we come upright, we'll head into pyramid pose. turning the hips forward. Your hands can be on your hips. You can reach for the floor when you get there, or you can use hands behind your back, getting open in the chest, and then folding along, pressing into the feet. And then we try sort of pushing down first, and then sort of squeezing the legs together, just to see if that changes the pose for you. It's always good to be engaging the muscles a little bit more to support us in the poses, but you have to do what feels right in your body also. Inhale up to stand. You can head into crescent lunge if that helps you sit up, or just go into warrior three from here. You can keep the body behind you, or bring hands to the center. One more breath in, warrior three. And then we're heading to eagle pose. So we'll come upright, putting the left leg up and over, and that little dainty crossing here. Arms come out, and then the left arm is under. Feel free, of course, just to place hands on your shoulders, relaxing the hands together, or the palms, belly pointing in strong, elbows pointing away. And stay up or take a fold. That's good. Release. Gently coming back up. We'll place the left foot down and bring the right into tree pose. And then pressing foot into thigh, thigh into foot. You can reach arms up and maybe even close your eyes for a balance challenge. Right, and then gently landing back in a crescent lunge, right leg back. Take a vinyasa or skip it. Moving with your breath. Snap and sun feels good. All right. Inhaling the left leg up. And exhaling, just step forward. To warrior two. And just checking in again. Is the front knee okay? Torso over the hips. Shoulders relaxed. Nice strong arms. And into your triangle pose as hips tilt back, leaning over to the side. Nice pause right now. Sound is a good thing. Breathe length into the side body as you press into that back foot. Feel the stretch over the top of the waist. And then come on up to reverse triangle. All right. Coming upright, turning forward for pyramid pose. Feel free to spread the feet out more to the sides. Interlacing the arms, maybe the opposite way. Or reach for the floor, opening. So lift as we fold. Maybe experiment again with just feeling like you're really pressing down toward the feet, not locking that front knee. Or sort of squeezing the feet toward each other. Relaxing our jaws. Coming back upright, you can head back into crescent if it helps, or just straight into a warrior three here. Arms behind you or wherever. Nice long breath as we're focusing. Strong belly. Coming up to eagle pose, wrapping the right leg over. You can tuck the back toes around. I think my calves don't have room for that. And then your right arm comes under, the right leg is over, hands on shoulders or full wrap as the elbows pull forward, belly pulling in all the way down to the pelvic floor. And maybe you stay there, or maybe you fold. Gently come up, unravel, and just point the foot down. First is the other side. And stay. And start to center, reach up, or turn something back, or try closing your eyes. It's really hard, but kind of fun. The worst thing that happens is we fall over a little bit. And then gently landing back in a crescent lunge. Take a vinyasa or take a child's pose to stay in down dog. A few breaths here. We're going to do a little bit of arm and core, and then inversion of your choice. All right. So when you're ready, from down dog, head into a plank pose. We're going to come into side plank on the right. So feet are really flex, so they can be one from the other, or snap. Pressing from into the hand. My shoulder is just a little further down than my wrist, so it's not exactly stacked. And then snap the opposite forearm, just head to forearm plank on the left. Over to that side. Press strong into the elbow. Maybe look up toward the hand. Hips toward the sky. And then plant the right forearm at a bit of an angle. Rolling on to the right side forearm plank. And do both sides. So we'll get to the other one. And then we're going to go back up to side plank, pressing that left hand down. Hoist yourself back up there. For full side plank, you can always put your knee down, hips in the air. And then plant both hands. Typically, or challenge yourself to stay in plank. Switch sides. So roll onto a side plank on the left this time. Feet really flex. One front left or steps. Maybe you look up at your hand as your hips press forward. And then right forearm down. And roll over with control. Raising the hips to the sky. And then the left forearm down. Roll to that side. Side body and press it up. And then right hand down. Just the left hand down on the right. Pressing down. Right. And then just come to plank and take your knees for a minute. Roll out the shoulders. And go. Yeah. Vinyasa, cat cow. And also sort of swing the arms to center. And then we'll do some core that's not on our hands, taking a boat pose. Your boat can be wherever you need it today, back, not feeling all the work. So with your feet down, pulling onto the legs or not, arms long. I like to relax my arms, it relaxes my shoulders, but proper yogis wouldn't. And then breathing here as we're actively again pulling into the pelvic floor all the way up the belly. Squeezing the legs together to give some relief to those hip flexors. All right, and then we're going to take an exhale to low boat. You can always put your hands down. Inhale there, and then exhale back up to boat. Inhale there, exhale back down, pull that low back down. Inhale and exhale back up. One more round if you got it. Exhale to low, inhale, hold, and exhale back up. Good. Take a break. All right, we'll take one more activity. So we're gonna do hip lifts. Your hands can be either sides or they can be in a diamond shape under your hips. And you're just gonna lift your hips up toward the ceiling, trying to push your legs up toward the ceiling. You can bend them too if that feel better. It doesn't really matter whether you're straight or bent. Take like 5 to 8 of these. Yeah, just sort of lifting the hips up. Okay, and then we'll just end with a few bicycles. So just take 5 on each side. Sitting left elbow to right knee. And if it's a lot like your low back, just have the straight leg go up higher instead of closer to the floor. And keep breathing. All right, and then release, maybe taking a long body stretch. And then we'll just take a few minutes. If you're working on any kind of inversion, it can be absolutely any. So the exercise I was talking about is you come near a wall and put your foot on it. So this is just back there a little bit. So put your foot on it, and then where your feet were standing, you place your hands. And then you start to walk up the wall. And so you can stay here just with your feet on the wall and just getting the feeling of being on your hands. Or you can lift just one leg and just try to stay there for 5 breaths, really pushing the floor away. And so this gives us a chance to like work the arms and work the inversion without worrying about the balance, but just getting a feeling for being on the different parts of the hands. And then just coming down after a few breaths. And you could do that in any other, if you wanted to do it in a kind of headstand. You might just have to like figure out what distance is from the wall. And then if you're feeling it, you can always take the other foot off the wall, but the only danger is we're sort of leaning back. So it's good if you're going to release both feet to turn around and face the wall. And then walk your hands back as toward the wall you can, Katie. I know it feels really awful. Doesn't it? Like that's where you should be to be upright, but it's scary and I hate it. That's why it's good for you. And no pressure to do any inversion. You can also put a toe and stick your legs up or take shoulder stand. Yeah. So if you straighten, if you can straighten, there you go. Yeah. It feels so weird. I know, it feels really weird. Yeah. So if you can walk your hands a little closer to the wall. I know it feels really terrible because I just did it yesterday. You probably saw I wasn't fully upright. It's just nice little stakes on the balance side. But it's still a ton of work, right? You're still working your arms like crazy. Yeah, take a break when you need it. If you would feel close to my legs. I know you really do. Like I do it too. I've seen it. Yeah, too. But I'm probably not, right? Yeah, it's too. It is scary. I really don't like it. You know, come up a little bit. I think it does help because it's scary, but it's supportive. So if you're like, for me, it's less scary to just work on my handstand and fall over. Like to do this and then like either fall like, or even if you have to fall, I can't get it to do it right now. Maybe you have to go the other way, just kind of cartwheel out. Um, that feels better. That, but yeah, I have to balance that way. Well, good effort. You know, to do the things that we hate and good. Sometimes, um, have a seat, let your breath come back. Neck stretches will feel good. Take those, or you can bring one arm across at a time. And any inversion is really energizing. So if you're like tired and you can go upside down in the middle of your workday or something, can also be nice. And then switch sides. Challenging ourselves to take deep breaths after the effort. And then we'll take Gomukasana if you want to. Otherwise, you can just leave your legs crossed. But you can sort of stack the knees. And then the opposite arm from the top leg, bring it up overhead. You can just stay here, pulling the elbow, or take the full version where you, I think you all probably know this one by now, but where you push the palm backward. You can even just grab it here. That's as far as you want to go today. You can grab your shirt, or you can reach for the hand and hook the fingers around each other. And we're trying to sit up just a tiny bit taller. You don't have to sit up straight, but trying to lengthen a bit more. And then as we release, you can switch legs. You'll never keep the feet where they are. Stand up, turn around, and I'll switch once you get around. And then opposite. Arm over top as the leg is on top. And maybe just wrap the arm behind you, this side maybe more or less flexible. Excellent. Gently release. Take a stretch of your choice. If you'd like a reclining figure four, or pigeon, and I'll dim the light. Breathing relaxation into that outer hip. And if you're in figure four, maybe really flex that top foot. You can send the hips over in the direction of the top foot for a little different stretch. And if you're in pigeon, feel free to come up and take a hip stretch or don't as we switch over to the other side. And just slowing down the breath, easing the body into stretching. And then when you're ready, come on out. Take any additional stretch related to that one. And then we'll come onto our backs and take a twist, letting the knees fall off to the left. This can be a cactus or long. You can look in the same direction as the knees, or you can look away for the full twist. And after a few breaths, twisting one direction, go ahead and let the legs fall on the other side. And then as you're finishing up your twist, we'll extend everything long on the floor for a moment, just bringing the right knee into the chest. And then it's either taking a happy baby, or you can stretch your hamstring, lengthening the leg over, or really any other stretches that would feel good here. And then switching over to the left leg. Of course, you're welcome to take all of those options of happy baby or hamstring stretch. And maybe a full happy baby or any other last stretches if you wanted some bridge pose, legs up the wall, plow pose. As we head into our Shavasana. Take the time to close out the practice as you need to. And then if anyone needs a blanket, you can give me a wave. Setting up for Shavasana or seated meditation as you like. As we lay down, we're letting everything relax. Everything just sort of melt into the floor, almost like we're sinking into it. We can give ourselves the gift of just a few minutes where we don't have to be anything or do anything. Just be our beautiful selves laying on the floor, existing and relaxing. You can either keep your breaths nice and long, thinking about them, or let them be natural and just pay attention to the air coming in and out, and the rise and fall of the chest, and trying to keep our minds from wandering off into their own worlds can help to say, I breathe in, I breathe out, as we use the sounds around us and the sensations as a short meditation in Shavasana. Take a deep inhale in and a long exhale out. Another deep inhale and a very long exhale. Bring a little movement back to fingers and toes, rocking our heads side to side. Maybe rolling out wrists and ankles and taking a full body stretch. Eventually rolling onto one side or coming up through center to a seat. As we get to have a complete do-over after Shavasana. And we'll close with the sound of Om. You can join in or just listen. First, we'll take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale for Om. Om. May all beings be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to their happiness and freedom. Thank you for practicing with me today. Shanti, peace. Thanks for joining Lindsay and Michaela. Stay comfortable if you're still relaxing.